Who likes meatloaf, y'all? No, not that guy. I'm talking about that family recipe that you had growing up, stick to your ribs kind of meatloaf. Well, today we're going to do a smoked meatloaf over on the pellet grill, but we're going to do something else right after that you're going to have to stick around. So let's get started, y'all. All right, to get things started, y'all, we are going to get some onions onto the Blackstone. We're going to get them sauteed, all right? We're going to put a little bit of this bacon up down to get our onions started. This is just to add a little bit more flavor. And to the onions, we're going to season with a little bit of heifer dust. While those onions are hanging out, getting loosey-goosey, you know, trying to get right. Let's come over to the cutting board here. We have 1.5 pounds of 80/20 ground chuck. We have 1 cup of milk. 1 cup of milk. To that, we are going to add 1 egg. Everybody likes this. Boy, did you see that? To our ground chuck, we're gonna add about 1 cup of panko crumbs. I got that calibrated eye. I know about how much, all right? About 1 cup. I like to put my egg in the milk and then mix it so that, you know, it's all incorporated really well. Douse out a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Gotta put a little seasoning in this. My seasoning of choice is this here, heifer dust. Gonna give it a nice, good little teaspoon. Gotta check on these onions. Wait 1 minute. Yeah, look at those. That's perfect right there. That's about what you want them onions to look like. They've kind of loosened up a little bit. You know, they're gonna play well with others. Now we just pour our milk. I like to get that milk over there with those breadcrumbs. I like for it to be saturated. All right, that's good. Maggie, what are you doing? Normally, she's up running. I put the dang GoPro on her and she just wants to lay down like an old hound. All right, so we got everything in here. We're gonna mix this up. That's why I want these gloves on. You know, this is a canvas. Yeah, feel free to add whatever you like. If you want some peppers in here. Some people like peppers. Some people like a little Italian. You can do some Italian seasoning. Make it your own, y'all. Just make it your own. You don't wanna mix this, you know, so much. If you mix it a lot, it'll be real dense. You know, kind of like Jacob. You know, people that don't like bacon, you know those folks, right?
Oh, gross.
Now, sometimes I do have I got like a loaf pan. You can put it in a loaf pan if you want. I'm feeling nostalgic. And I feel like, because I have a calibrated eye, you know, that I can like make it a loaf. There we go. Do-si-do. I could wrap it in bacon, couldn't I, Jacob? Ah.
Now you're gagging.
So we have our loaf o' meat here. I'm gonna put a little bit more seasoning on top. Just like that. You can do barbecue rub. You can do kind of whatever you like. All right, our loaf of meat, we got it ready. It's time for the smoker. And I want to let y'all know of why we're doing meatloaf today. Well, on the members section, not everybody can see it. If you're a member, you do see it. Excuse all the mess. We got a little bit of stuff going on here. I was just gonna put it in there just like that right there, Jacob. Yeah, look at that bad boy. Huh?
It's backwards.
It's backwards?
Yeah.
What's backwards?
The meat.
The meat's backwards? Meat's backwards. So the members column of on YouTube, there will be a link down below if you're interested in being a member. So I asked them, hey guys, what would you like to see me make? And whoever commented, I put all those names into a picker. I said, this guy wants this guy, and the wheel spins like that. And then it comes to a name. Well, Mr. Dan Prout landed on him, so he said he wanted meatloaf. Apparently my man loves meatloaf. I love meatloaf. The singer and the loaf of meat. So that's why we're doing that today. It's a member cook. Appreciate you, Dan. Appreciate all the other members too that contribute to the channel. I sure appreciate it. So we're going back over to the cutting board. We're back over at the cutting board. Our meatloaf is over there. It's hanging out in the smoker. It's just getting all lovely. Now we're going to make our glaze. You know, that sticky, ooey gooey glaze that you put onto the meatloaf. It's totally optional. If you want to do barbecue sauce, you can do that. But we are going to make our own. My little girl, she absolutely loves this, so I make a lot. So we're going to start out with about 1/2 cup of ketchup. And we're going to put a little bit of mustard. A little mustard. Next, we're going to do some brown sugar. This is where you do, I mean, you got to put a lot of brown sugar in here. I like to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce to this too. Mix that up real well. That's going to be an awesome glaze to go onto our loaf of meat. Set that to the side. We'll glaze it here in about 30 minutes or so. I like for it to cook a little bit. Then I like to put the glaze on it.
A few moments later.
It's been about 30 minutes, maybe not quite, but hey, who's counting? This is just meatloaf. We're gonna put this glaze on it, and that's gonna help set that outside. It's gonna be good. Should I have brought a brush to brush this on? Maybe, but you know, whatever. We might put a little bit more on it later, but right now, we want this to get on there and get sticky, tacky. We're gonna let this go for about another 30 minutes is about what I'm thinking. Might be a little bit more because we're at 275, but you know, we'll see. I'll tell you about how long it takes. But yeah, we'll see you in about another 30 minutes.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, guys, hey, it's been about an hour. We're gonna look at this. Boy, look at that meatloaf. I can already tell you, it's done. Look at that. Boy, that's gonna be some good groceries. I hope I made Dan proud on this one. All right, let's get this off this so it looks pretty. Because you know what? Who might come by? The dang Andersons. So there we go. Look at that pretty thing. That's pretty, ain't it, Jacob? So pretty. So pretty.
It's so beautiful.
Woo! Woo! Wee! She's still hot. That glaze looking all good and stuff. That's when you know you got a good meatloaf right there, when you slice it and she stays put. There we go. I'm gonna give y'all a peek. Look at that meatloaf. What thing's juicy. Woo-hoo! We're gonna fry it up a little bit on the griddle top. We're gonna put some butter down, just like this. Actually, we're gonna do it all over the place. We're just going it. But we're also gonna put a little bit of bacon grease down too. Now, we're gonna take our beautiful, luscious, pieces of meatloaf. I'll put it on the griddle. Smells smoky. It just smells amazing. In case you hadn't figured it out, what we're doing here, y'all, is we're making a darn epic meatloaf sandwich. So we got some butter bread too. This is Martin's butter bread. Good stuff. And we're gonna toast it off. Get some of that butter love. If I had like a screen name or whatever, it'd be butter love. So, I mean, our meatloaf, it's done. We just wanna make sure we get a nice crust from the butter and the bacon grease. Woo, doggies. Would you look at that? Oh, look at that crust right there. Crust is a must. Ooh, look at that. Take our bread. That's looking good. We're gonna build these meatloaf sandwiches right onto the griddle top. We're gonna take some mayonnaise, Duke's mayonnaise, state law. And now we're gonna put some cheese onto our pieces of meatloaf. Uh-oh.
Hussy, what you got going on here?
Boy, the Andersons are here. Oh my word. What's up,
happening,
buddy?
friend? How you doing?
All right. This right here, y'all, he's not really the Andersons, but he's the weenie pimp, okay? He's a weenie salesman. He sells weenies. Good guy. Curtis Packing, right in Greensboro, North Carolina. That's who I get all my weenies from, my bacon from, all this kind of stuff. He came by to see what he's wanting to sniff out an old meatloaf sandwich. Smells pretty good, don't it?
Absolutely.
Well, we're getting ready to plate these things up. We're gonna give them a try. Woo! Let's get these things off. You want some good groceries today?
Absolutely.
He came for the good groceries. Oh, goody good. He came for that goody good. Look at that. Dang it, boy. What do you think, Andy? That's
Pretty sexy.
Pretty sexy right there. My man said it's sexy. I don't get that very often, but whatever. Well, we're gonna get these off of the griddle because, well, it's done. And number two is, we hungry. All righty. Say, let's give it a look. What do y'all think? Let's give this one a try. Y'all, dang it, boys and girls. That's a sandwich of all sandwiches. The old meatloaf sandwich. Woo-hoo! Golly, boy. Y'all, I forgot something. I forgot a little bit of this sauce.
Sauce is boss.
Yeah, let's put a little bit more of this sauce on this. I forgot to put that on there. I don't know where the dang Andersons went. Where the Anderson?
Hey,
get over here.
Hey, yes, sir.
All right. Andy, let's give us a try. Maggie girl, I bet you wish Dan was here, don't you? Boy, she is wanting that. Are you already eating that?
Nope, not yet.
I was fixing to say.
Maggie's eyeballing it.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, everybody. Dan? Holy cow. That's good old meatloaf sandwich right there.
That's good groceries.
Dang it, boy. Old Maggie girl. What you got, girl? Got a good girl. Yeah. Maggie likes it too, y'all. Dan, hey, thanks for being a member. Thanks for the suggestion. Hey, check out this video right here. I promise you'll love it too.